everybody. Welcome to the Scotty B Show. Today we continue on with the Remember series of Detroit Tigers. Today we're talking about Harry Heilmann, and he was a very good right fielder, mostly right fielder for Detroit Tigers. And for most of his career, he played for the Detroit Tigers. So let's get into the bio on him. Oops. All right, so to start us off, Ty Cobb once said, "People nowadays just don't realize how great a hitter Harry was. Next to Rogers Hornsby, he was the best right-handed hitter of them all." Harry Heilmann was a Hall of Fame outfielder for Detroit Tigers, a high average run producer who combined with legendary Ty Cobb to tear up American League pitching in the 1920s. When the two were joined by Heine Manouche in 1923, the Bengals fielded an all-Cooperstown trio in right, center, and left field. Cobb's assessment of Heilmann as being second only to Rogers Hornsby among right-handed major league batters of their day is not without foundation. In a 7-year span, Heilmann ran off a searing batting average of 403, 398, 397, 393, all good for American League crowns. In between, he hit 356, 346, 367, good for fourth, sixth, and fourth places, and an incandescent 7-year average of 380. Wow. Born in San Francisco, California, Heilmann played at Portland and San Francisco at the Pacific Coast League before joining the Detroit Tigers for half a season as a 19-year-old in 1914. After another year of seasoning, he established himself full-time in Detroit outfield in 1916. When Ty Cobb became player manager in 1921, he began mentoring Heilmann's hitting. Heilmann's batting average jumped 85 points, soaring to a rarefied 394 and the first of what would be 4 batting titles. Cobb's reward, he finished as bridesmaid, nipping at Heilmann's heels at 389 and never won another batting crown after copying a record 12 over the previous 14 years. Nicknamed Slug, Heilmann emerged into an outstanding hitter, batting over 400 in 1923 and carrying a lifetime batting average of 342, number 12 all time. He strung together 12 consecutive seasons of hitting at least 300 and was in the top 10 in batting average 10 times. 8 times in 9 years, he knocked in over 100 runs, peaking at 139 in 1921. Heilmann was still going strong at 35 when he was sold to the Cincinnati Reds in 1930. Rapping 19 homers, plating 91, and hitting around 333 before arthritis in his wrists forced him to miss the entire 1931 season. He returned briefly in 1932. Completely unable to swing the lumber, he retired after just 31 final at-bats. After spending the rest of the season on the Reds coaching staff, he launched a long and successful career as a Tiger broadcaster, working as a play-by-play announcer on the team's radio broadcast from 1934 to 1950, and later adding TV. During World War II, he traveled overseas as part of a baseball group, entertaining troops. In his sole full season in Cincinnati, Heilmann became the first player to hit a home run in every major league park played in during his career, racking up 4 sackers as he made the rounds of the National League to go along with a complete set in the American League. He held the major league record for 134 hits on the road in 1925 until Ichiro Suzuki passed it in 2004 with 145. A San Francisco native, Heilmann became famous throughout Detroit after saving a woman from drowning in the Detroit River in July of 1916 during his sophomore season. He died of lung cancer at age 56 in Southfield, Michigan in 1951 and was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1952, posthumously with Paul Warner. In 1999, he ranked number 54 on the Sporting News list of 100 greatest baseball players and was nominated as a finalist for the Major League Baseball All-Century Team. One of the most famous pictures of Heilmann is actually not of him, but of Tigers teammate Larry Woodall. The picture taken in 1923 somehow was mislabeled in the Associated Press image files and then was used to illustrate a Heilmann baseball card issued by Fleer in 1960 in a set depicting old-time ball players. It was later used on a number of other trading cards and on websites, including for a time on baseballreference.com. The two men do not actually look very similar, but since few people remembered what Heilmann looked like by the time the picture began to be widely used, the error went uncorrected until 2010. Notable achievements. He was a four-time American League batting average leader, 21, 23, 25, and 27. American League hits leader in 21. American League doubles leader in 24. 20 home run seasons, he had one, 1922. He had 8 100 RBI seasons. He had four 100 runs scored seasons, and he had 4 200 hit seasons. Baseball Hall of Famer class of 1952. His nickname Slug. His career, his WAR was 72.2. He had 2,660 hits, 183 home runs. His lifetime batting average is 342, 1,291 runs scored, 1,543 RBIs, 113 stolen bases. His OBP was 410. His slugging was 520. His OPS was 930. And his OPS plus was 148 for his career. Harry Heilmann played right field most of his career and one of the great Detroit Tigers of all time. So thank you for stopping by the Scotty B Show. Hope you enjoyed this. It's always fun to do these and look back what how the older players played, how they hit, and how they pitched. So again, thank you for stopping by. Y'all have a great day, great night, whatever the case may be. We'll see you next time on the Scotty B Show.